Don't get me wrong, the Ford Transit is the ultimate perfect vehicle for building a road trip, cruise vehicle. There's some really innovative, neat stuff inside this rig that is really cool. Like these door hinges, you know, I'm sure you've all seen this already, that if you're at a wayside and your doors are in the way, you push this button and ta-da, you can swing the door all the way around to the outside and you can back up flush to a door or flush to a campsite or whatever it happens to be. They got a lot of really cool stuff like that in the Ford Transit that makes excellent sense. But there's some really dumb things that I thought about, and I saw a video the other day that Jim Farley said they just tore down I don't know if it was a BYD or a Tesla in 2026, and oh my gosh, they're so far ahead of us. So he did what Sandy Munro did back in 2018 and 2019 with Teslas versus Fords, and now he's doing it and he's surprised by it. It brings up some things inside the Transit that I'm looking at that are just like wheels. That lug pattern, the only Ford it fits on is a Ford Transit. How stupid. If they would have just used an F-150 pattern or some other common pattern that they use on the Explorer or something, here they created an entire wheel set for just this one vehicle. The only beneficiary of that is the vendors. You can tell the vendors are running Ford now. Here's another example. When I bought this van, I tore off all the trim so I could rust proof it. Here in the Midwest, we get the salt rust thing. So I pulled off all the trim, that bottom line, the midline, the wheel lips. Guess what? Every single piece of trim on this vehicle has a different type of special order clip. These clips only hold the bottom piece on and they break apart using them. These clips only hold the wheel lips on. These clips, which are a normal riv nut that you'd expect to be on everything, are on the interior panels. These clips hold the wiring stuff. There's like 10 different types of disposable plastic body clips on here that I'm sure create millions of dollars of plant complexity, foolishness and nonsense, and the only beneficiary of it is the vendors. Another couple of things that I looked at and I thought, is this laziness, stupidity, or again, did the vendor control it? If you're building one of these Ford vans out, then this wiring is in your way. And there's this pocket here. You could easily run the wiring down the inside. Now the problem is, for me to take it out and redo it, I'd have to pull this all off, pull all the light stuff off, and pull off all the way down that inside door, and then across the bumper. So it's like a 2-day job pulling it apart and putting it back together. Guess what Ford saved by putting that on the outside rather than the inside of the body? And if somebody's gonna talk about body rubbing, they could have easily bought a cheap plastic conduit to run it inside of. Because in addition to having all those clips holding it up there, they have all this trim. Here's one piece of it, and I've got a bunch more of it here on the floor. Just the cost of maintaining, manning those trims and the special custom clips to hold them on, if they had just run that inside the body, the van would be better, cheaper, faster, and have a smoother, more usable interior. Clearly the vendor wanted to sell something, so that's what they did. So I got to tell you, Jim, I know you're a car guy, you go out and race, but oh my gosh, it's not like General Motors where we got an HR person in charge, but this is bad, and you can do better. Otherwise, as soon as the Hyundai van gets to the States, this thing's gonna be done. Come on, fix it.